Hello everyone. So this is different. This is a channel that I do occasionally watch. I have not watched some of the recent stuff, but this is History Underground. And this is exploring Hitler's eagle's nest, which I thought would be pretty cool. As you can see, this is episode 274. He's done a lot. He caught me because he did Mount Vernon, the Hermitage for Andrew Jackson's home. And so I've followed him, but I have not seen all of his videos. But don't know what this one's going to be about other than the title, but I thought, why not? Let's do it.
As a history enthusiast, there is a long list of places that I would like to visit. I would like to go to Peleliu. I would like to go to the island of Iwo Jima, to go see the ruins in Greece, and to maybe go to Machu Picchu. But one place that I've always wanted to go, that's been near the top of my list, is the spot where we are going today. I am about ready to hop on one of these big red buses and go up this big deadgum mountain to that little tiny dot at the top. That little tiny dot was something that took 13 months to build and was scheduled to be completed in time for Hitler's 50th birthday. We all know it better as the Eagle's Nest.
In Band of Brothers, they talk about the Eagle's Nest. Hold on. In Band of Brothers, they talk about the Eagle's Nest being, it's going into an ad, being the crown achievement of Nazis and blah, 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 blah. And they said the best part about it was he was scared of heights, which I thought was funny. There's also an elevator, I think, in the mountain that can take you up. I could be wrong on that one. I'm probably wrong on that one. Man, that's beautiful.
All right, we just made it to the parking area here at the Eagle's Nest, and holy smokes, look at this view. This is really something else. So in the 1930s, Martin Bormann, who was Hitler's secretary, commissioned the construction of the Eagle's Nest, which is above us. So you can't get cars up there, that's why there's a parking area here. But there is an access tunnel that goes to an elevator that would have taken the guests of the Eagle's Nest up to the top. Well, here we are, again in the parking area, and up here on the Kelstein outcropping, well, there is the Eagle's Nest. So the guests of Hitler and Hitler himself would have come up the mountain just in the same way that we did, and would have entered into this tunnel. Now, I've seen some accounts that they would drive into the tunnel all the way down to the elevator, and some that he would be dropped off. Probably the answer is both. But there are a few things on the door of this access tunnel that I want to show. My goodness, I cannot get over the view here. So I stood back and we allowed a few people to clear out because I'm marginally antisocial. And again, here is the access tunnel that would take you to the elevator. And on the American Artifact series, we have something pretty cool, an artifact that Eric is going to be bringing to this very spot that is associated with this door. But I wanted to show a few things. So, American soldiers would have frequented this spot after the end of the war, and at the end of the war, And there are little bits of graffiti where they carved their name into this tunnel door. All right, here I found.
I've said it before, and I will definitely repeat it again. If you're ever at Mount Vernon and you can see the tomb of Washington, when you're standing there looking at the tomb, on the brick face, either side, if you get in close enough and you look, you can see etching in the brick where soldiers during the Civil War, Confederate and Union, that was neutral ground. That was off limits to fight on, the whole property. And so, you know, the Confederates might have possession of it. Then a fight happens and they retreat. Union comes in. They would explore the area just like the Confederates would explore. And they would etch their name in the tomb. And they would go in and, you know, open the gates and pay their respects to the president. But this reminds me of the same thing. Just, you know, I mean, I have a picture, you know, where it shows the etchings of, like, I don't remember. But it was 61, I think it said. So it was like 1861, someone etched their name in there. It's just, and it was a deep one too.
One of the etchings with a name on it, so somebody with the initials GFS, and then you can see the date 1945 with a diamond around it. Here is another one. It's kind of hard to see. I can see 1945, and it looks like several initials there, like a WHOMLG. I think I see a GLO. All right, but these are soldiers who would have left their mark on Hitler's place. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make our way down the tunnel.
I hope that didn't offend Hitler.
Okay, now as I mentioned, this tunnel is wide enough to hold a vehicle. And again, sometimes it said that Hitler would be driven down to the end. Sometimes he'd be dropped off and would walk. But this is kind of a surreal moment for me. I've wanted to visit this place for a long time. And Eric was telling me that on one of their visits, they were here with Brad Freeman. And as they were walking through here, they were singing Blood on the Risers. Now, I'm not going to sing because I want people to watch this video and not tune out. But anyway, pretty cool experience. All right, almost to the elevator now. During the Third Reich era, there would have been heated air that would have been forced through this tunnel. And right here at the end, there would have been a swastika in the stonework, but it has been sandblasted out. But if you look hard enough, you can probably see in some of the darker areas remnants of it. And then as we move in through here, we already got Eric in here. Well, there's the famous elevator. Okay, now I just found out that I am not allowed to film inside the elevator, so I'm going to honor that request. But something else that's kind of interesting that people may not know, if you look at these two green benches here, these would have originally been in the elevator, so that Hitler wouldn't have to stand as he ascended to the Eagle's Nest. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and head on up. Okay.
You can't film inside the elevator, but you can film the rest of the Eagle's Nest. Anyone else find that weird? Just an odd request. Okay. The secret handshake that has to be done in the elevator.
Okay, quick amendment. Talked to the elevator operator, and he said that I could go ahead and film in here. So this is the famous golden elevator of the Eagle's Nest. Man, this thing is wild. Okay, now there's the elevator that we used to get up here to the Eagle's Nest. Now, when the Allied soldiers got here, that elevator was not working, so they had to climb up. And when they got here, well, right back here at the kitchen was going to be the place that they made a beeline for, because that's where the silver was at. All right, we just got up here to the Eagle's Nest and made our way first to the great room. And holy smokes, I have to say, this place is nice. I can see why there are so many pictures and photos that were taken right here in this very spot.
For, a piece of shit that he was, it is a beautiful room. It's just a side note, but that woman eating like soup or whatever, just tasting it with a spoon, the smile on her face, all the smiling people. It makes me very angry to see the joy on their face, and yet the horrors that are happening in the concentration camps. And something about that where it's kind of like, it's not us, where it's just infuriating. I can't even say the word, that's how mad I am.
Seriously, I cannot believe that I'm here right now. This really is something else. I've seen so many pictures over the years, and of course it's depicted in the series Band of Brothers. Today, the Great Room serves as a restaurant, and you'll have a lot of tourists like me who will make their way to this room first. And probably the main centerpiece of this room is this giant red marble fireplace. Now, it was said that this was a gift from Mussolini for Hitler's 50th birthday. In recent years, that has kind of been called into question. There are other parts of this area that have this red marble, or other parts of the Eagle's Nest. And as a matter of fact, they even note that on the signage here. It says this fireplace is made of marble, probably a gift of the Italian dictator Mussolini. And then if we look closely,
maybe he just gave them marble slabs, and then from there, they turned it into, he knew what it was going to be for.
Eric and I were checking this out earlier. Well, there are all kinds of etchings and graffiti from U.S. soldiers who left their mark right here on this fireplace. But yeah, a lot of history right here in this room. Okay, moving out of the Great Room now to the dining room here at the Eagle's Nest, and you can see some people dining, wondering why some bearded redneck is talking into a camera. But there originally would have been like a big long table that would have extended the length of this room. And then if we continue on down, well, you can see through that door is the kitchen. All right, so right now I'm standing in the kitchen area, which they've asked me not to film in, but I can film this room, which nobody really ever gets access to. This was the bodyguard room for the Eagle's Nest. So the bodyguards who were stationed here would come back here to kind of relax, or maybe kind of get away from the boss or something a little bit. But yeah, very cool to be able to see this part of the Eagle's Nest that typically is restricted. Okay, so
well, gotta mute it for. Oh, we did it. We muted it before it could play the music. Give yourself a high five. Everyone. High five all around.
Okay, so moving into another room here in the Eagle's Nest. So back here is the great room. So I'm leaving the great room now and entering into a space that is known as the Schatzkeller room. I think I'm saying that properly. But this has also been called the Eva Braun room, and holy cow, this is quite a view. So again, this room here is called the Schatzkeller room, and has this wood paneling, giving it a very rustic look. But if we move out this way, look at the view from this space. A little bit cloudy today, but man, oh man. This is really something else. Let me go over to this window here as well. And again, you can see these snow-capped peaks in this room. Wow. All right, going to move now to the sun terrace. Moving out of the Schatzkeller now and onto the sun terrace. So you can see here on the left they have some information panels talking about the Kelstein house or the Eagle's Nest. And originally you see some glass panes up here. This would have all been open, but this would have been a place where people could come out and kind of lounge and talk and look out over this view right here. Man, that is something else. And again, we have some clouds and fog and some weather today, but still quite the amazing view. It's a view that was enjoyed by Hitler a few times, and then later by men from the U.S. Army.
Look like some great sledding hills over there. Or mountains.
All right, just made our way out of the sun terrace and are now here on the, I guess what we would consider the backside of the Eagle's Nest. And we're going to go up to the top of the hill where a lot of well-known photos were taken of this spot right here. But when you get up here and look, man, this really is an engineering marvel. I think at the time it was one of the most expensive projects that had ever been undertaken in Germany. And yeah, pretty impressive. Okay, we've moved up this Kelstein Ridge just a little bit and are looking back now at the Eagle's Nest. This is a view that you see a lot of photos of, people getting up here kind of on the higher ground and then taking a snapshot back down. As you can,
I've never seen that picture. I've only seen the other side. So, sorry.
You can see, naturally there are a lot of people here today. Let me just walk back down here real quick and show something else. All right, had to come back down a little bit further than what I thought. But in addition to the Eagle's Nest, well, they also have some defensive positions that were set up here as well. Now, on April 25th of 1945, there was a bombing raid of the Obersalzberg. And right up here, just over these mountains, the RAF would have flown a bombing mission right over those mountains down into the valley, and didn't hit the Eagle's Nest, but hit a lot of important structures down below in the valley. But yeah, little machine gun position or anti-aircraft position right there. I'm not sure which. I'll have to look that up. Okay, since we're here, well, we might as well go to the top. But again, just look at this crazy view. This is really something else. We got a little bit of snow starting to fall right now. So, yeah. Man, oh man. Something else.
Gotta make this. Oh, we did it. We did it again. High five. Congratulations, everyone. We worked together and we muted the ad before it could play. We're good like that. We're a good team.
All right, now in all of the videos that I've seen at the Eagle's Nest, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody come back here or come all the way to the top. So we're going to take a look for ourselves. And holy smokes. Dude, this is absolutely stunning. Holy cow, I feel like Sir Edmund Hillary right now up on this thing. What an incredible view.
What are you doing, dude?
All right, well, there we go. That was the Kelstein House, or Hitler's Eagle's Nest. On the bucket list of history items, that is a big one that I just checked off. So much history here. This place was at one time a symbol of power and of Nazi dominance, and later became a symbol of that power being crushed when Allied soldiers came up here and occupied this place. But yeah, so cool to be here today. So glad that I had the opportunity. But we got a lot of other places that we are going to be visiting right here in Berchtesgaden.
That's nice. Do you think that the reason why Hitler killed himself is because the Allied forces made it to the Eagle's Nest and then used the bathroom and didn't wash their hands? He's a germaphobe. He was like, oh, I can never go back up there. Psh, anthrax, however it went. Not anthrax, he didn't take anthrax, did he? I don't remember what it was now. Cyanide. Yep. Hey, I'm going to open up a Patreon account or PayPal or something to start accepting donations. And one of the first things I want to do is I want to go to a Civil War battlefield that has never been really talked about. It would be a 2-week trip to the unknown island of Hawaii, where I would record the great battles that happened on the beach, near the beach house that you would be paying for me to go to. For you, clearly. Right? Who doesn't want to know about the Civil War battles in Hawaii land? I'm thinking of you. And it's going to be hot. Oh. I have to wear shorts. Put on suntan lotion. Hear the waves crashing in. Have to bring my dogs. Literally my dogs, not my friends. Dogs. Pets. Have to eat cuisine. It's delicious. Drink Kona coffee. I mean, I would be suffering for you to bring you the Battle of Hawaii land. And, you know, I think Ulysses Grant was there. That's where he fought Custer with Geronimo. And Robert E. Lee, William Shatner. Abraham Lincoln was karate chopping people. Thanos was there. I mean, this is a big battle. It's not really talked about. So, you guys should pay for me to relax videoing for you. I'm going to end this video now because I want to get more coffee and I have to tinkle out of my ding-ding. So, like and subscribe. And we're going to talk about giving me some monies to go to Hawaii land to film the Civil War battlefield that took place there. It's Bigfoot. And then Billy Bob Thornton showed up. And he was just like, I'm the sheriff of this place. And he just started shooting people. John Cusack was there. It's a big battle. You should believe me. I'm being honest, I swear. Goodbye.